And I got to be on the screen. All right, so let's try this again. Sorry about that, guys. Had to finish a phone call up and get a couple things going. What's going on, Crypto Priest? My favorite RSA Tom and Grove. Got some good favorites there. What's up, Andy? I know you probably popped back out of the building. Sorry, I had to adjust a couple things, guys, but back into it, and appreciate anybody who waited around during that session. So we'll jump into the market and kind of look at things from an overall perspective. So we're looking at a $1,600 Ethereum. It is down about 3%. So it's been teeter-tottering back and forth for some time. So it's definitely been interesting, but it has been some neutral and some bullish and some bearish indicators all thrown together. So people were really confused as far as the direction of where we were really going to go as far as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now we can kind of see that it's kind of downtrending a little bit, and it is doing it in a faster fashion. As you see, it's down about 3% in 24 hours. So not horrible, could be worse. Could be worse. Let's see how they're feeling about it right now. They're still saying it's a buy right now currently. What is today? 6. So this was yesterday. So they're pretty much saying there's some support around, what is that, 1656. What is it currently at right now? Okay, so it's still above that support level. So I think pretty much they're indicating that if it does bobble around the support level, when this resistance level is going to either one break through, is pretty much what I'm gathering from this, or go down. But I think it's pretty much bearish sentiments right this second. So I don't see it really pushing up. If it does, more power to it. It'll be interesting to see. I've seen weirder stuff, but those CPI numbers are coming out on the 10, which is what, 4 days? Well, three days and some change. So that definitely will have some type of adverse effect on the market. I think we'll see how it ends up panning out. The last numbers did not really work out that way, whereas we really should have seen some type of downfall in the market. We really didn't like that, and it was kind of interesting to watch that play out. So I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I definitely felt that it could have played out a little bit different. I really thought that the market was going to decline a bit more than it did, but not mad that it did pump. I should have known that it was going to do the opposite of what I really wanted it to do. So let's see, we got, yeah, so full screen net, and if you see, it kind of broke out above this point and hit a resistance level around this range. If you guys can see that, that's a little bit better, but it kind of, once you zoom out, it takes the amount of volume that it has out on the screen, so it kind of messes it up a little bit, but gets pushed down around this level, and there's a lot of room for it to fall. It has a slight hang up around this range, so I guess around like 1660 range. There's a little bit of resistance, so it might bounce or bobble around that range. It actually stopped a little bit higher around where this volume kind of started right here, which is kind of interesting. Like I said, when I zoom in, it changes the histogram on the side here, so that's why it's a hard science to try to get it so you guys can kind of see exactly what I'm trying to show you guys. But it definitely is a hell of a downtrend as of right now, and it's possible that it could go down further. I don't know that it will stop around the 1600 range right here. There's definitely a significant amount of volume around like 1630 range or so. So I feel it definitely would get hung up around this range, worst case scenario, as it had left completely out of that channel that I had right there. Yeah. Directly out that John. All right, so definitely going to be interesting to see where this kind of stops. But if you look at the indicators that we kind of had, the one that I've been kind of showing you guys recently, this MCDX, is very useful. And it looks like the retail money is kind of taking over the market, which means that the smart money is leaving the market. So around this period right here, where you can see where the mouse is, you see where it's kind of trailing it at the top of the chart right here. You see smart money coming in. When the smart money comes in, that's when the chart starts to move and it starts to uptrend pretty much. Then once the smart money starts to leave out of the market and you see it start to go down, it starts to trade sideways a little bit. Then the smart money really leaves the market. Retail money starts to take over and kind of push forward, which causes the market to fall because retail money is not going to be able to support the market. It's just not going to happen. What's going on, Galaverse? And definitely appreciate you for stopping in, my brother. How you feeling today? They went old school on this lo-fi. Yeah, they definitely went old school on this one. But yeah, so that's my that's my perspective on why we kind of seen the market go down like that. You can see right here. Well, this first bar right here, you see the red start to come back into the equation. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe I'll make it bigger. It's very, like, not the most predominant, but it's thin, this thin red bar right here. Volume starts to come back in. Then once you see that volume come back in, let's shrink it down. So volume comes back in around this range. You see the green bullish candle kind of as that smart money kind of comes back into the market. And then again, right here, it's actually starting to go down just a little bit right here. So we'll see if it actually maintains or if the smart money comes right back out. They could just be trying to flip some money really quick with the market going down. A lot of volatility, but definitely going to be paying attention to this one. Let's switch over to Bitcoin. So same thing here. As you can see, it pretty much almost tells you this is a really high volume spot right here. Definitely going to have some resistance around this range, and that's exactly where you have it. Then you have a significant sell-off right here, which we're on a 1 hour. And then this is where it kind of catches again, where it has more volume at again. But that is a thin section right there. It's really up in the air. There is no smart money, as you can see, coming in with these buys. And as I just discussed, it's really hard for retail money to support the market. I think there's a little bit of red at the bottom, a very small amount. Looks like it was trying to come through, but the chart is running right now. So that's actually odd with just the smart money in here. So I wouldn't really trust that more. It did the same thing right here around this range. So there are some differences between what the indicators will tell you. So this is just retail money right here. This is where the run kind of starts with the retail money. It's kind of leaving out of the market in a sense because it's going down, and then the big money starts to come in and pushes up just a little bit more. Then you see the biggest candle with the biggest volume amount right here. Then the smart money's gone, and then there's a large sell-off. Then smart money's back, goes back up a little bit, then it's gone again, and then it declines, and then it goes back up. So they're playing with the market right now is what it kind of seems like to me. That's my perspective of it. I don't know what you guys are gaining out of that, but they're kind of swing trading and playing with the market and playing on the volatility right this second, which is interesting. But if you follow the trends, you'll do yourself a favor pretty much. So definitely what I have to say that. Let's see what the small caps are looking like. we got BNB side up first, and we're at Grove. So what am I on? The 1 hour chart. Let's go 4 hour chart. And if you guys have anything that you want me to look up, feel free to throw it in the chat. I'm more than willing to check that out. Got a lot of, let me shrink this down too much. Song's kind of catchy. So that's what we're looking at right here. Well, I can zoom out a little bit so you guys see a little bit better, but seems to be kind of trading sideways around this range. Ooh, I just moved my line a little bit. It's okay though. Trading sideways around this range. It did dip lower than this support level that it was trying to create right here, which is not horrible. It did bounce right back up, which shows that this is a pretty decent level of support, which I am not mad at all, period. So it definitely has some play. It needs a little bit more volume because it needs to be it needs to push up past this point, so it needs to rise, which is not too much restriction right here, but it has to push past this level of restriction right here. Well, not restriction, this level of resistance right here. Once it gets through this level, there's literally like nothing in between it right here to kind of get to its next level of resistance. So I'm definitely waiting for it to have enough volume to get through here. I think this level right here is going to be a key level to kind of seeing a breakout within Grove on BNB. That's my personal opinion. You guys don't have to agree with that at all, period. But I think the right amount of volume is going to be the right recipe to kind of propel this to the next level. So also what I'm kind of seeing, what I'm looking is real close to a I wasn't say a double, but pretty much a triple bottom. If you look at it, 1, 2, and 3 on the BNB side. So once this thing does take off, I really feel like the only thing is missing from this equation is the correct amount of volume, which they have some things coming out. They're constantly announcing things, but some things are going over people's heads. I will be doing some videos soon to kind of break down the different aspects of why some of the news they're coming out with is super bullish and people should really be paying attention with it to what's going on. So yeah, we'll definitely tap into that. Let me see. Check out Pyro is going crazy. What's going on? And we got Freddie Jackson saying Pyro is going crazy. Is that on BNB or what is that on ETH? I've heard a little bit about it. I don't really know too much about the token itself. Pyro. Is this it? Pyro MATIC is on ETH. What's going on? Laughter waits. Pyro will melt faces, sir. Don't make that mistake of your life. Okay, let's see. Pyro will melt faces. Hey, I'm not against anything that will melt faces. Never against it. William Mack, what's going on? Okay, so yeah, so I am on the right one. Is E. Pyro's right. So yeah, Pyromatic. All right, cool. Bet. Got that. That's it. You guys says fire. Okay, cool. Pyro is the only coin you need to be buying. Okay, interesting perspective. Not mad at the perspective at all, period. So what guys makes you think, or what makes you bullish on Pyro? What makes you guys bullish on this one? I definitely see the progress in the chart. That'll definitely make you bullish. So about in a 1 week period, it is up 200 and almost 40%. Let's call it 240%. So that's definitely not bad. Definitely bullish on that in a bearish market. Last 24 hours, it's up about 50%. So that's not bad. The token price is at $9.22. So what do we start off at? So you're looking at, what is that? 0.005? Is that what it started at? Or am I mistaken? 0.005 is what it looks like. Let me see this. If so, that's it's a bit crazy there, because it looks like the strongest level of support is at 20 cents right here. So this is taking off harder than what what am I trying to say? What Sky Token did. Sky Token had a similar situation on how it kind of took flight. So let's see the story of this one, chart wise at least. So does not look like it had a pre-sale. I'll say that, just due to the volume that we're seeing at first. So small sales at first, then we had bigger buys, a little bit of a retracement, came down towards this stronger level of support, went below it, and kind of used it to propel itself, it looks like, from there, and went up in a parabolic nature. Does look like it took it looks like it took a breather though, so which is always normally a good sign. So we're looking at about 78,000%. It's saying, yeah, 78,000% that it's saying that this thing has gone up. When was this pool created? Let me see. The true burn system, bro. The partnership, the community is stupid strong. It definitely seems to be strong. Is that the start price? 0.0038. Okay. The supply is low and burning every minute. 29% is burnt since launch 1 month ago. So it launched 1 month ago, and it went from 0.003 to about almost about $10. That's not bad at all, period. It's gonna go higher. Okay. Yon World is one of the top holders. Okay. And what's going on, Snowman? Total supply gets burned every buy and sell 6%. Started with 1 million total supply. Now it's at 702K. Okay. So this is an interesting one to intake, especially with the time frame that has been out. So pool was created 720. Yeah, so this hasn't even been like completely a month. And the interesting part of it is it had this run up right here, which it ran up about 50,000% at this point, retraced a little bit, then ran back up to like this leg right here, which went up another like 8,000%. Yeah, there's multiple different occasions to take profits within this one. So this chart isn't even really could go to not too much resistance, because they're pretty much getting new all-time highs, and it's in no man's land right this second. So there is not too much resistance. Most of the resistance is towards this, which will probably act as a really solid support level. If it does retrace, this is another level that will probably get hung up on right here. This will easy hit $100. Only 23K available on Uniswap. Okay. Score an Inferno transaction, burn Pyro token. This is interesting. Renounce contract, locked to liquidity for 2 years. The burn bot utility can be rented to other tokens to burn. So that's interesting. OG holder is still holding. Yeah, so I like I said, I'm a firm believer, and if you're a long-term investor, definitely hold, but also take your profits along the way, just because this is a significant run up from 0.003 to $9.23. So you definitely, which it looks like people are exercising that practice, which you can see right here that taking profits does not hurt token as long as it's well structured. So this one does not seem to be bad. People took profits, it went back up. People took profits, it went back up. People took profits, it went back up. So it's a rinse and repeat and do that as long as the demand's there and the utility is kind of being taken care of. Omar, what's to it, my brother? How you feeling today, man? How's the vacation going? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? We are planning on partnering with big name coins as well. Okay. Sim 4. Okay. So that's interesting. Like I said, I'll definitely keep an eye out for this one to kind of see what the progress is. Will I invest personally right here? I don't invest at the top. It will definitely have to retrace for me, just because it's up way too far for me to be a smart investor and to invest into it. Like it definitely is taking a breather. It could run some more, but the amount that it is currently up right this second is definitely pretty much parabolic nature. And usually, I've been around for some time. People usually take pretty healthy profits when things run up significantly like this. If it does not happen, I'll be surprised. And it definitely has some super diamond hand holders, which would be interesting to see. And I'll miss out on opportunity. But I think I'll keep, like I said, I favorited it, and I'll continue to look at it, but I'm going to wait for some type of retracement on that one. Let me see. I have no clue on that one. Pyro making DCA at the top a trend. Only way you get in. Hey, if that's the case, I've exercised patience, and patience usually works out for me well also. But if you can make some money at the top, I am not. My name is Cuffing the Dip, not Cuffing the Top. I just woke up on the balcony. You woke up on the balcony? That's crazy. It's not about the price, it's about the amount of token you get. The supply is getting lower and lower. Yeah, so as long as you guys keep up the volume, which it is 280k right now currently as far as volume on this token right now. Burns are pretty much cosmetic as far as the supply. The supply has to be burned with a demand that is high on it also, so a significant amount of volume for that price to really fluctuate as far as the burn, which they've had a significant amount of volume come through this joint, because look at the run that they've had on it. But as it starts to get a little bit higher and higher, it does vary a little bit, so you need a little bit more volume to continue to kind of push it up in that nature. Freddie Jackson says, thanks for checking us out, bro. No problem at all, man. I'm willing to support any community, especially if you guys have a strong community. You guys are going out there, you're trying to do the right things, and you know what I mean, trying to make things work. So I can't be mad at that at all, period. So and plus, that's the name of this stream anyway. It's a Shill and Chill. I definitely appreciate any new tokens. Any new tokens, old tokens, look into the concept of things. It looks like they got some NFTs. NFTs kind of look like Pokemon cards, or like a Walking Dead kind of theme to it. It's kind of interesting. I'm a big fan of NFTs, so phase 1, social media setup, Pyro launch, Pyro bot, promotions, utility review. So it must be on the CMC portion of it, brand and upgrade, merchandising, NFTs a holders, more promotions, more utility. So it's it looks like they're trying to kind of pioneer their way to do something different. They're just trying to add an extreme burn to it, and you know what I mean? So I'm not mad at what they have going on. Usually I have a little bit of criticisms to it, but it's not this one doesn't look bad. The NFTs don't look super cheesy, which I can actually appreciate the fact that it has some type of different nature to the NFTs. The buy and sell price are what? So buy, burn, sell, burn. So the only thing that is that the tokenomics. The only thing they have is a 6% burn for sale and a 6% burn for buys. Is that the only tax on there? If so, is actually interesting and not too horrible of a tax. I would really rather see 5% or less for taxes. So yes, is the burn never. So 6% dev fee 0. Yeah, so the total buy fee is only 6%. Total sale fee. So yes, the only fee they have on the token itself is a buy fee. Nothing goes to the dev, which is actually interesting. Let me see. Yes, Cuff is helping Pyro with the YouTube algorithm. Where thanks for the $5 super chat. Well, the €5, I believe it is. Pyro is a hyper deflationary token that gains value with every buy and sell. There is no token like every other transaction results in a price squeeze. Yeah. So like I said, that continues in the way that it's doing it. If the volume is there with the burns, if there's only like small amounts of volume coming in, you know what I mean? It might be harder to sustain it, but it looks like there's decent amounts of volume coming in versus all of the other tokens right now. And it's still it's been out for a month. So it's just not it's not just hype that immediately died down, which is actually interesting also. So like I said, shouts out to them. I have no clue who the team is, if they want to reach out or if they're trying to do AMA. Like I said, I don't know too much about them, but I will deep dive if there is a reason to. It looks interesting though. Check out the burn bot. Other coins will be helping with the burn. Yeah, like I said, they're collaborating with different tokens and also kind of putting it in a situation to where they're helping accelerating a burn process on the token itself, and they have a mechanism to do so. That's not bad. Like I said, there has to be volume with a burn. If not, a burn is cosmetic. I do want everybody to understand that portion too. So there is an equation pretty much to burning with the correct amount of volume. So yeah, as long as all of that's there and taking place, that's cool. But what is besides the burn itself? What brings money into this token will be my next question, because yeah, the burn is nice, and eventually people will, I feel like, exhaust their profits as far as to put into the token for the burn and taking profits, going back in, rinse and repeating. So what kind of makes people continually buy this? I know they have the NFTs, and I got to read up on a couple of different things, but I know there's a couple avid members of the community. Maybe you guys can tell me from your perspective what exactly draws you to the token and what makes you feel like this is a diamond hand project to where you want to hold this for the long term. What revenue is being brought back into the ecosystem? Question I definitely got to ask, because things are all good at first, man. There is like a 1 to 3 month window to where it's like almost like that honeymoon period, to where things could go really good or can go really bad. In a bearish period, it's really nice to see they came out. You know what I mean? So it's the scarcity that will drive people. It's like BTC, but for argument's sake, with BTC, they're already like a well-known coin, and also with that, it has many different uses as it's being used as a currency in different places also, and being accepted, and also the mass adoption for it is kind of coming into play. But it was not always like that. So it's just it's hard to compare things to Bitcoin, especially with it kind of being the pioneer of the crypto space. You know what I mean? So scarcity will definitely sometimes cause FOMO, but it doesn't normally kind of warrant long-term investors just because they're going to be looking for, okay, so where is the next money coming from? This is a nice pump. I just want to see it like maintain. So for it to maintain, people have to see, I feel like, the value in it, because as of right now, it went up how much? What is today? The 5th. So yesterday is when it really started to transition up again in a parabolic nature. How long ago was it? The last time it went up? Around like July 25th? Around July 25th. In return, the other tokens have to buy Pyro. So you pretty much saying to use the bot that they have to buy Pyro, pretty much. Interesting concept. BTC is mainly used like a currency. It started somewhere like every coin. I get your point though. So it's just hard to compare it just due to the status of Bitcoin right now. Like literally the entire market kind of follows behind Bitcoin. So it's hard to compare things to that, but it did have a path where it came from at first. Of course, it was just the adoption rate happened pretty fast, but I think there was because a lot of the people who were adopting it also. So a lot of the faces that were kind of pushing Bitcoin. You have to use the bot. You have to use the bot. Okay, that's cool. But it's like I said. So I'm just looking at it from a perspective from a developer of another token. If I don't have a whole lot of volume, I don't know if specifically adding a burn, which me having to pay for the burn is going to be the most feasible if I don't have a whole lot of volume. Now, if I have a whole lot of volume in my token, yeah, I feel like it'd be something that I'll maybe looking towards if I don't have it already in my tokenomics. But it'd be an interesting concept to see what type of demand for this type of service will be available. So I'm open to new things, and I like things being innovative. This seems to be innovative, and they're trying to do different things. There are some questions that I have. I'm not going to be able to find those things kind of just looking on the surface and looking on the back end of things. So it'll be interesting. Got 713 holders, which is still pretty early. Got some wallets with 2 and 1 over 1% of the supply. Then it goes down a little bit. But yeah, it looks interesting. Like I said, I favorited it, and I'll check into it and kind of see how things transition from there. There are multiple different tokens that I follow. Not all of them I'm currently buying. I haven't really been purchasing too much of anything right now, just due to the state of the market. As you guys can see, it's some interesting things going on. Ethereum nor BTC are in the best state in the world. It just bounced back off because of the amount of volume around this range, but we're still not technically out of the water just yet, because if it does break this range, there's not too much resistance going forward as far as going down. So we can go down a little bit. So it's a lot of technical things that go in the background to make me want to buy in a bearish market, unless it's like Bitcoin and or Ethereum, just because those are always going to be profitable to dollar cost average in on. The tax percentage doesn't allow top wallets to want to sell their whole bag. Also, the percentage takes almost half the amount, which leads people to take profits responsibly. So what's the percentage of that whale tax then, as far as a deterrent from making people dump larger amounts? I mean, that's a pretty big deterrent. Once you sell larger amounts, you do get taxed. Some people don't care, especially if you have a larger bag and you're already in profit, and it's you know what I mean? Some people just don't care about that, but it's each his own. Come to Pyro TG, moderator, Crypto Wall Street will open a VC so that you can ask any questions that you want. I'm not really too big on joining additional telegrams. I literally have 8,000 of them that I'm currently in right now, so I'm actually trying to downsize on telegrams. But like I said, I'm more than willing to, if they're trying to set something up, either AMA or that wise. Otherwise I'll try to look into and see how much I can dig into as far as the token. And yes, crypto Wall Street can explain so much better. Yeah, that'll be like I said, that's wonderful. I'm definitely interested in trying to find more information out about it. Hey Cuffin, I'm always here to support your channel, whatever coin you're talking about. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. I know you're always in the cut, and I definitely appreciate it. EC17, always a very big supporter. And I had some cool things going for people who have been supporting for some time. So that is coming very, very soon. I'm actually excited about that. So please stay tuned. But yeah, as far as the wallet and everything, we got Crypto Wall Street right there. If a top wallet sells, they lose 50% of their bag due to the price impact, incentivizing responsible profit taking for Pyro. Okay, so that's interesting, and you know what I mean. So I don't know if that was explained at first, but I mean that's a pretty big chunk. So if you have a larger amount, it's kind of how you feel at that point, you know what I mean, and how you plan on taking profit. So that's interesting and a one hell of a deterrent to stop people from dumping. So you could take it out in smaller chunks, but you still it's a lot of transactions you would have to do. And I think that you'll still be paying a significant amount. I don't think it'd be as bad though. But yeah, that was a cool token to check into. Much love. Yep. I definitely appreciate you. And definitely appreciate everybody from Pyro kind of checking in there. Yeah, it's definitely a parabolic run. Like I said, I'll continue to check in with it. As you can see, pretty much the entire market is kind of red right now. Besides certain tokens have gone up a little bit, but even Ape is down, which was previously on a run. Their volume is 468,000 currently right now, so they definitely have some money running through it. They've had some different announcements going on, and they're currently at a level to where it might go up and then get pushed back down. Pretty much what I feel like is going to happen in the market for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So we'll look into this one, but definitely a lot of volume going through this joker right here. So like I said, the entire market is pretty much down, but this is the other token that I was speaking of as far as that had a really parabolic run out of nowhere, more or less, and kind of held it for a little bit. So we go to day chart on this one. Let's squeeze this joker down. All right, let's not squeeze it down that much. All right, so and this is what it kind of looks like long term. So this is what I kind of mean also, as far as those parabolic runs do kind of retrace after a while. It holds for a bit, then it retraces. So this one was trading around, I mean, it started at 60 cent or so, retrace down, pop back up, retrace down, pop back up. So it was just kind of teeter-totting with this level. Once it finally broke through to this level, went here and had this parabolic nature after an announcement. And when I mean parabolic, it went up significantly. Had a little bit of a sell-off, kind of similar to what Pyro had, but it's still holding up, you know what I mean? And then had a more of a sell-off, you know what I mean? Kind of like its own cup and handle in a sense, and then kind of downtrends from there, and it's kind of trading on a strong support level. So it just depends on how much volume is currently going through the project. Right now, we are looking at only about 4K. So we definitely are in need of some more volume. So it definitely will probably bobble around this support level, really building up strong support unless some type of announcement is made. I'm kind of feeling at this point. So Colt is another one. So guys, I'm not gonna be here too much longer. I definitely appreciate we had some real support from the Pyro community, so I checked their token out for them, with them coming in and supporting for a minute. So definitely took up a little bit of extra time. Colt's not looking bad at a resistance point is damn self. So if it pushes through with enough volume, which is at 337,000, so that's not bad. It can definitely go on a little run for a bit, possibly getting past this peak point previously from the 23rd of July. So Be nice to see that. Then it would have to make it past this point right here to kind of really go on a run. So, but it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I look up some more information on them. Transition. Let's look at Saitama really quick. How they're doing. They had looks to be a little bit of a sell-off. And we may be reaching a support level that may keep it above the original support level. So maybe to bounce off this, gain more volume. I don't know what's going to happen with this one per se. I got to look into some more news, see what's going on with the trends and stuff. But about 800,000 in volume, not bad at all, period. So it's definitely definitely good on volume. More of it might be selling pressure right this second, but we'll see how it pans out, as it has been trading sideways around this range for some time. I think that the liftoff point that it really is going to have to break through once it gets past this level of support is going to be the floor right here. It's probably going to be a strong level of resistance to push past, but we'll see how it does pan out as we go forward. So let's see, transitioning on. We got Grove on the Ethereum side. So this one has been fluctuating also about $71,000 in volume. There were some cool announcements that have been made. Also, I got a range that I pretty much said that it was going to get rejected at, which was this little green channel right here, which it actually did, along with the support line, well, resistance line that I have mapped out right there. So got rejected, came back down, and it's trading right now above a weaker support level. So it's a possibility that it could retrace back into this golden buy zone. If it does, I think that it will probably bottom out around that range, kind of giving us almost a double bottom effect, if you guys are paying attention to that. Then if we break through this strong resistance right here and this secondary level right here, it definitely is poised for some type of run, maybe even getting close to its all-time high at some point. No time frame on that, depends on announcements and volume, but those are just close possibilities that we're looking at right there. So, and let me know if there's any tokens at all besides what I just looked up right there and favorited as you guys want me to look at. If not, then I'm probably gonna get out here in a couple minutes. Let's see. So we looked at Pyro. Let's check out TRT. See how it's doing right there. Second, Big Milk's token. So still trying to retrace, got rejected at this level of resistance, which I kind of figured that it might. So still got a good support level right here. So it might retrace a little bit. Got two support levels that it can possibly get caught up on. So we'll see where this one does retrace to and how that ends up going. But definitely getting interesting vibes on that one. Yeah, that works out. Gwei is super low right now. USDC is trending. I don't know if you guys pay attention to stuff like that. I am a big person for paying attention to that. Usually when you see USD trending, and right now it's trending 9, this is an indicator for me that people are taking money out of the market and moving it into stable coins. Usually that is a sign that we're looking for more of a downtrend. Another sign is the fact that we have several different people moving millions of dollars out on longs. So they definitely don't see the market kind of moving forward anymore. They expected the retracement, which it did retrace. So they're not putting the money back into the loans. So they're taking money out of the market. So you might want to pay attention to this factor and see how far it does move up going forward. Gwei's down, USDC is up. So people are moving out of the market, it seems like. What's going on, Simple Jack? How you feeling? How are you feeling? And not too bad. About to wrap it up in a couple minutes, man. Looked at a couple of different tokens. It's been interesting today. I picked up a new one that I'll follow for a little bit to kind of see how things go with it, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so a lot of cool things going forward. So let's go back, and I can't remember if I went completely through the Grove chart on BNB or not. Another one that just recently released, which I'll be doing a video about that also, about the affiliation. But this Blockbuster will be let me get out the day chart. It launched way too early for me to be on a day chart. So it actually will be doing its Reflections in Grove token, which is pretty damn cool. A lot of resistance levels we're kind of seeing with all of the volume around this range, but it has been running. So we'll see if it retraces or not, or kind of what we're doing. It actually launched as a as a Safe Moon swap exclusive. So definitely was an interesting one to see it launch. It went up almost about 1,000% or so. Then once the announcement for Grove kind of came out, it was more traction coming to it. So it was pretty cool to see. So just wanted to point that out. You do get some Grove for holding that one. So it's supporting the ecosystem, which is great. 110K in volume on Grove, dipped below our Ray right here that we put as an additional support level because of where it stopped at. So yeah, man, we're looking pretty good as things are going down. I mean, the market's downtrending right now. People are taking money out of the market right now. We'll see to what capacity they actually take money out, but we'll monitor that and definitely be back at it on Monday. And Monday will definitely give us a good idea of kind of where things are going. Nice, feeling great, man. I'm glad you're feeling great, man. And I really appreciate you for tuning in. Definitely means a lot. Anybody else inside of the chat, definitely appreciate you guys for coming out. Also, always a pleasure. I'm going to let you guys go, which I greatly appreciate you guys for being here. I will be back Monday for some more info, good vibes, and all that good stuff. You guys keep cuffing that dip. Pay attention to support levels, which is always important, guys. And I always want you to remember that it is beyond crypto. I'm out of here, guys.